I was sitting behind some guy with a sign. What? Oh, it said Grossman rules. Yeah. And then on the backside, they had an acronym for ESPN. It was hilarious. What? I was, eat shit, Peyton. Well, you know, which is funny, you know, that he said ESPN because ABC televised the game. You know. Oh, what? They still showed it on TV? Oh, good, because it's very clever. Yeah, I was the guy you couldn't see. So, that was that. How many of you watched that Ultimate Fighter show on Spike? Woo! Okay, for those of you who don't know, it's basically a reality show of guys who want to train and try to become an ultimate fighter in the octagon. It's the most homoerotic show I've ever seen. They always have a fight at the end of the show, and everything leading up to the fight is totally manly. Like the trash talking like, I'm going to show him how it is. I'm going to dust my china with his esophagus. Trash talking like that. And then when the actual fight comes around, the guys just come together, meet in the middle, and immediately drop to the floor. And there's no music on the show, and there's no crowd noise, so all you hear is just my balls. If you were watching the show with a blind guy, he'd probably think you were watching porn. Because there's just a bunch of skin slapping and grunting. Why would you be hanging out with a blind guy? Are you that ugly? So I think parents just really like to creep out their kids. And they do it on purpose because they know that kids are so dumb they will believe everything you tell them. It's true. This guy knows. For example, The Sandman. The story of The Sandman is probably the creepiest bedtime story ever. You're telling a little girl that a strange man comes into her bedroom at night, sprinkles some sand in her eye, she falls asleep and forgets all about it. So he's a roofie fairy. Sleep, and now I'm stealing your shit. And there's the tooth fairy. What the hell does the tooth fairy do with all those teeth? I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer used to build furniture out of the bones of his victims. Maybe that's what the tooth fairy does. Just little fairy furniture. And then the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny is the scariest of them all. It's just a 6-foot-tall rodent who lays eggs. A lot of eggs. The Easter Bunny has like egg diarrhea. The thing that scares me the most about it is he comes in at the night and he goes all over your house. I used to feel safe in my home as a child, but once I heard the story of the Easter Bunny, I was scared as hell. I was just so frightened that the Easter Bunny would appear in my room in the middle of the night and say, "Listen, kid, you know how hard it is for me, a 6-foot-tall rabbit, to lay an egg on top of the piano? Not hard at all. Don't think I can't get to you." So I listen to a lot of morning shows on the radio, and they're all the same. They always have the traffic guy come on and pretend like he's in a helicopter. There's no chance he's in a helicopter. It's just some guy sitting in front of a computer, staring at the Caltrans website, screaming to a shitty microphone. I'd like to see the job interviews for this position. You're like, "Oh, Mr. Bradley, welcome. Come on in." Well, let's just get right to it. Here's a microphone from the 70s, and why don't you just go over there and give us your best screaming. Oh, what's that? Oh, you have a cold? Even better. Go ahead, give it a try. That was perfect. Oh, and also, if you could show up drunk sometimes, that'd be perfect. And they also have the news girl come on. I don't like the news. The thing that bothers me about it It isn't that the girl, slept with someone to get the job. That doesn't bother me. The thing that bothers me is that they fail to capture the mood of the news. And to demonstrate this point, I'm going to need help. So would Rob Cowell come up here real quick? Yeah, Rob, good friend of mine. Hop right up here.
Thanks.
Yeah. If you could just drop a hot beat for us, if you will. The news this morning is brought to you by Safeway. Safeway grocery stores. At least 1,000 people in India died this morning after mudslides took out a small village. Meanwhile, you're just sitting in your car, just kind of getting into this beat. Car bombs exploded in an Iraqi market today, killing 14 people, at least 7 women and children. Yeah. Smells fresh. Violence and killing and sectarian raping. Blah, blah, blah. The only reason you listen to the news is because of this sweet beat. Like, yes, yes. The news today is brought to you by Safeway drugstores. Safeway. Affordability and convenience. That's Safeway. Woo! Go Safeway! Get those women and children! So that's the news. Thank you, Robert.